Hi guys, this is Brenda with Scrappy House Journals. Thank you for stopping by today. I really appreciate that. I haven't done a video in a little while, and I don't do a lot of videos, but I do like to document the journals that I've made, and I think this one is probably spoken for, but I did want to show it to you guys because I love her and I think she's just gorgeous, and I put a lot of work into her, and I thought maybe you might enjoy looking at her. So as you can see, the cover has a lot of layering of lace, mostly vintage lace. This little thing, of course, is new, but most of the other is all vintage. And then we have this beautiful crocheted glove. Isn't that just adorable? And this sweet little cameo pin is holding it on. It's just clipped into the cover. The cover is a little bit on the soft side. It has 2 layers of flannel underneath it to give it just a little bit of padding. So that's why I was able to pin that little glove on. But there's some sweet little layering of lace down here, and she's just so sweet. And here's the spine. She has a 3-inch spine. She's pretty fat. I don't make my covers until I do my signatures because I never know how big they're gonna get, but yeah, this one needed a 3-inch spine. So here's the back. Another little layering of laces, and she's so sweet. Okay, so let's take a look inside here. We have most of the tags that I've made here, I've made from old magazines. So I want to show those to you. Of course, here's a beautiful pocket made out of the same fabric as the journal. And here's a tag that I made from an advertisement from the Ladies' Home Journal, and it's dated December 1923. Can you read it? So sweet. And then we have another advertisement, and again, I just packed them on some paper and put a little lace on the top. This is some vintage lace with a little button. Here is a vintage envelope dated 1927. In this corner up here, it says Studebaker. Now, most of you younger people probably don't know about Studebaker, but that was the brand of a car back in the day, and my mom and daddy actually had a Studebaker. And I just thought that was a sweet little envelope. And here's a gorgeous journaling tag. This came from the magazine. I just tore it out, posted it on some music paper, and backed it with some of my coffee dyed paper. And it's just gorgeous. Now, the background here, these are the pages from the actual ledger that I used I deconstructed the ledger and increased the spine and took out the pages, and took 4 pages here and glued them together, sewed them together, and then glued them down. So they're absolutely so sweet. These people actually, I had a whole bunch of their ledgers that they use for journals, a whole bunch of them. And I do intend to go on and sell some to you guys, and I'm having a hard time. I'm having a lot of wonderful company come visit, and I have more yet to come. Can't wait for that. Now I have a little pocket here that I've inserted that you can put a pin in if you would like. But also, if you would like, I'm going to give you this precious, adorable button hook. This is an antique. I do think it's celluloid, probably. And so the ladies would, they had buttons on their boots, and they would go pull them through the buttonhole with this button hook. And it's just absolutely precious. I used a little Stamperia paper in here, the scrapbook paper 12 by 12, because I knew it would fit perfectly in here. So I made it to be the front and the back pages, so it would efficiently cover the other pages that I put in there. And plus, I love it. This is the perfume one. I don't know what the actual name of it is, but it's really pretty. And I just wanted to use that in here. Okay, so the next page, again, we've got, here's a beautiful pocket. This is a Stamperia paper down here for this pocket. And I have done a little collaging with a old little tiny doily, a perfume bottle, and a little label that says Dream. This is a tag that I made from the Ladies Home Journal and just glued her on here with some little music paper and lace and another one of those crocheted butterflies, and just posted her on some coffee dyed paper. Here's a piece of the ledger that the people use for a journal. I just took a piece of what they had written down and put it in here so y'all could see that. I thought that would be a cute idea. And then this is a sweet little calendar. Isn't it adorable? It's dated 1918. I got this at an auction not too long ago, and has a great back for journaling. So there's that. A journal paper and this gorgeous tag. And then over here, this beautiful blue paper is from Pixie Dust Files. I have fallen in love with Pixie Dust Files. They have a kit in blue, in green, pink, and yellow, I believe. And I have the blue, the pink, and the yellow in here, part of a page. And I'll show you those later, but it's just so sweet. And then here's the back. One of the background pages to that, and I printed it double-sided. And this is a precious little pocket here. It's, look at that. Look at that work on there. Oh my goodness. It's a little hanky. What did I say? I don't know if I said a napkin or a hanky, but it's a hanky. And here's another little, sweet little hanky that I have stuck in that pocket. Over here, we have a gorgeous page from the Delineator magazine, and it's dated 1914, April 1914. So I just made a little lace pull right here, and this is a little bit of Hobby Lobby trim right here. I just cut off a little piece of it, and you just pull this open and see all these beautiful ladies in their gorgeous dresses. Then you close it and turn the page and you see the rest of it. So pretty. Just love it. And then here we have one of my coffee dyed pages right here. And I put a little tag that matches the fabric that's on the cover. This is some old wallpaper, and I just love it. I just think it's so pretty. It's not as old as everything else, but I love it. But I did put on some old lace trim here for you. And the spots on this lace is just sheerly due to time. I didn't coffee dye it or anything like that. It's literally that color from just being so old. And then this is one of the yellow pages from the Pixie Dust Files. Aren't these so pretty? I did do a little stenciling with some gold paint, and that's what's the shiny part on there. And this side of the page is a page from my 1891 ledger. And I just did a little stenciling here, made a little big O tag to stick out here with some lace on it. This is the Stamperia paper, and I just put it through my embossing machine, and it's just so sweet. Then you turn the page and you see the other side of this journal, this ledger, just gorgeous. This was from some kind of club or something, because they were logging in people's balances, and it all went by their last name, so everything was in alphabetical order. I did flip up the page because it's too long to make a little pocket, and I just used a little scrap piece of a doily right here. And then I made a little tag. This is from a cutoff of one of the pages that I've used in this journal, and I just stitched around it and just made a tag. And then this is just a label out of the Ladies' Home Journal. New York and Paris. Oh no, this was the Young Ladies Fashion Bazaar. George Monroe was a publisher, and the location was on Vandewater Street in New York. And I just have a little snippet of fabric right here. And then I have a little playing card that just has a little vintage picture on it, little man and woman, so cute, little Victorian looking picture. And then I just backed it with some paper so it could be journaled on. And then over here, I use this cute little doily as a pocket, and use some of the Stamperia paper to decorate it with, and a little flower. And this is also some of the Stamperia stuff. I bought a whole bunch of Stamperia stuff. I'm going to make some other journals out of it, but it's just so pretty. And I made a little, I used one of their little labels and glued it down and made a little belly band right in here. And this is an envelope, and it opens up, and you can put your secrets in there. Then we'll tuck that back in there, and that goes there. All right, and turn the page. Coffee dyed paper. This is the back of a dresser scarf, and this, of course, is a wave clamp. You just squeeze it and put it on your hair. When you wake up in the morning, you're going to have a cute little wave in there. Boy, that little spring is strong in there. Oh, I've just been clipping it on the side like that. So cute. And here's just a beautiful doily. Here's some more of the pixie dust files. Look at this sweet girl. Isn't that a sweet, sweet picture? And of course, I just decorated her up with some laces and things. I just love it. So pretty. Then this is actually posted on my 1926 postcard album sheets. I just took one of them out and just used it as a page and glued her on it. And then on the back side, I used the little holes that were in there to put the postcards in, and put one of these antique family photos in there because I just love them. I think they're so sweet. And then over here, we have a little Tim Holtz clippy clip. And this is an advertisement from a little, it's kind of like a magazine. It talks about the weather and stuff, kind of like a farmer's almanac thing, but there were ads in there. So I just cut this ad out and backed it, and it's now a little journaling spot. And then here's some more of these darling women out of my magazine, and here's the number of the dresses that they're wearing so they can be ordered. And then you just do some little journaling on the back. And this sheet right here that they're attached to is some typewriter paper. It came from a college in 1940 something, I forgot. And it was a play that the class had written and published it like that. So let's get these little guys back on here. My little Tim Holtz clippy clip. Let's see if I can get it on there. There we go. Nope, I think I clipped that page too. Oh, okay. It goes on there. There we go. Okay. So on the back side of that page, I made a pocket out of the fabric that the journal's covered in. And I made this sweet little pocket tag. You can journal on the back, but it's got a lot of cuteness in here. It's just a darling little tag. Some of the fabric from the journal. Here's a little bit of the Stamperia label and a perfume bottle and another little piece of ephemera from that Stamperia bag. And this is another little pocket that I glued onto it. And then here's a tag that I made. I had some collage paper and I just put some of the Stamperia stuff on it. Here's a Stamperia journaling tag. And then here is another tag that I made, again, from that magazine. I just cut it out, put it on paper, and now it's a journaling spot. And I just love it. Stick all that fun stuff back in here. There we go. And then behind it, I printed off one of the telegrams. I purchased these online. Can't remember who they're from. I always forget. These telegrams. I don't know why I don't write it down, but isn't it sweet? I just copied them onto some tracing paper. My printer didn't like it too well, but it finally gave me one. It was a little bit of a challenge there for a while. It was a challenge. And then here I just have also purchased some vintage looking documents, and I just think they're so sweet. All right, we've got some more Victorian ladies over here. This is actually an original picture. Well, it's not an original, but it's a picture that's an old picture that came out of a frame, and it's just gorgeous. I just put some gold paint on it, and then I put, I can see some gold embossing on here too. I just used a stamp, put some gold embossing on it, and I put some of that tattered trim down here. And then I made it a pocket and put a little tag in here. Again, I just tore out a piece of a picture that was in one of those magazines, and I just love how it's just all coming together. Just made a little journaling tag out of it. And this is actually a card, so I just put a piece of old paper. This paper's from 1891 from the Ladies Fashion Bazaar. And I just put it on the back of the card and made it look vintage. And then this is the front of the card. It just says happy birthday. It's just a little vintage card that I'm just putting over this Edith Holden paper right here. And it just fits nicely. It doesn't even really need a clip or anything. There's more of my Coffee Dad paper. And then over here, we've got some more cuteness. This is actually a tag that I made when Cindy was doing her little challenge on her Facebook page on Journal Boulevard. And I think she's still probably doing those challenges where you submit these tags according to the rules that she's presented. And every tag you make, she'll put your name into a drawing for a fabulous box of lace. Holy cow. Just amazing. So anyway, that's where that little tag came from. This is just a piece of scrap paper that I ran through my embossing machine. Let me raise it up here and see if you can see it. but I just ran that through the embossing machine and then ran my little ink dauber over it so that the shape would show up a little bit better. And then here's a little Stamperia journaling tag back here. And this side over here, it's, I just love this page. I just do. This tuck spot underneath the pink, can you see the pink? I don't know if I can get this over here where you can see it. It's actually a strip from the Stamperia paper. And then I put this gold lace trim over it, and I just love how it looks. And then this again, you can see this came out of a frame. This is another auction piece that I got, and this stuff was back in the 1920s, and I just love it, and it can just be used for journaling. I did get another piece of paper and just glue over where I folded it, just in case it decided to tear. But it's holding up very, very well, and it's just a gorgeous picture. And then back behind here, I just did a little collaging with some vintage and antique newspapers. All right. We have another little lady. This actually came from a more recent reproduction magazine where they're reproducing these now. Oh, and you know what? I have got to change this out. This is just a copy of one of my postcards that I have, and it's from the 1920s, and it's French. This is actually just a copy, and I've got it in here. I'm going to stick it the other way to remember to get the original out. So the original postcard will be in there. And I'm just having a hard time getting rid of those, but I've got to start doing that. This is a very neat picture. I got a ton of stuff from the flea market here by our house. And this man had a whole bunch of papers on his desk, on his table. And I wanted a few of the pieces because they were kind of cool and kind of vintagey looking, like this one. And I asked him how much it was, you know, per piece of paper. And he goes, "You can have it all for $10. And I go, okay. So I took the whole kit and caboodle, and I got a whole bunch of stuff. And this is one of, I've ordered the little vintage, well, not vintage, the little miniature embroidery hoops from Amazon, and I'm decorating them. This is the back that comes. It's just a little wooden disc, okay? So I've decorated it all up, but it's so cute. I don't know if I can get it close enough to the camera so you can see it, but it has a little pocket down here with lace, and then inside, you got this teeny tiny envelope and 5 teeny tiny tags. Aren't these adorable? They're just so cute. So I just made that little thing and just stuck it in there. I'll straighten you out. I'll straighten you out later. And then it just kind of matched that. So I'll put it on there. Okay, people. Beautiful. Just beautiful. These came out of another one of my magazines. I hope I can keep finding these magazines because I just love them. So these are all originals, of course. And look at this lace. Let me see if I can bring it up here just a little bit. This is some gorgeous hand crocheted lace. I don't know how they did that, seriously. I actually think they might have crocheted using needles or something. I don't know. But it's just super, super tiny. And then while I'm up here, you can tell this is texture. This is just a paper that I made. I have the stencil, and I just put some texture paste or some of that lightweight spackling. This is just a little lace cluster that's in the corner right there. And then here's the center. And again, this picture came out of the estate sale, the auction that I got several things from. And it's an original that came out of the frame, so it's not a digital or a copy from somebody. I mean, it was a copy from way long ago, I'm sure, but it's still very, very old. This is another picture from Pixie Dust Files, and I just love the images. And again, I just tore around it, and I did a little gold embossing up here, if you can see that, a flower. And she's just so sweet. Now this is fun. Harper's Bazaar, okay? I went into this antique store near my house, and every time I go in there, almost, this lady is so kind that runs this place. She just gives me some random little something. And as I was checking out, she brought in this plastic bag with foil in it with this old magazine, and it was just falling apart. She goes, "Here, you need this." I said, "Oh my goodness." I said, "I'll take it." So it's dated Saturday, July the 8th, 1871. So it was so fragile that you couldn't really do a lot with it. So I decided to just do me a book page on this page right here, and just glue these down. And I put the volume number and the number that it was, the date and everything, and then some of the things that were on a page. And I just love this page. I just think it's just, you know, the graphics back then, how detailed everything was, just totally blows my mind. So amazing, and I just do love it. And then on the other side of that is some more of the Pixie Dust Files. This is the pink digital set called Tattered Pink, I believe. So it's Tattered Pink, Tattered Blue, Tattered Green, and Tattered Yellow. And they're just beautiful. And I just am enjoying them so much. Over here is just an altered envelope. I'm held on with this cute little clippy clip. And I just had copy dyed this, did some ink staining on it. It's even got, what's that stuff called? I keep smacking. I said, I'm not going to smack, and I'm smacking. Anyway, it's that white paint stuff that's not really paint. It just seals it. And then you might can see all this texturing, but this is a stencil that I used with the lightweight spackling. And here's a paper doily over here, some fabric from the book, and some more of that same lace that we saw earlier, that sweet, sweet, sweet lace. It's just gorgeous. And then a little bit of lace on the back, and of course inside I do have another tag of one of those ladies from the magazine 1924. And it just sits over here. So sweet. So, so adorable. All right. And then just some more copy dyed paper. Some more fabric from the book. And this button, I bought a whole bunch of these old rusty buttons, and I love, love, love them from my friend Lori. She had an antique shop, and I got a whole bunch of them. And so I just attached everything. I sewed the button on with some of this wax thread, and just gathered up some lace and put in there. And this is the other side of the Edith Holden paper. And this is some more of the Stamperia paper here. And this is another vintage card. And I just attached some of this sweet lace to it. And I've actually just made a little journal here. It's so cute. This is one of the little doilies from Timu, I believe. And then these are just some of my copy dyed papers. And I just made another little journal to tuck over and hide right over that page. And then it matches the other side of this Edith Holton page with this beautiful little red birdies on it. And that's held on by one of these little hair clips. And then here's the yellow tattered paper from the pixie dust balls. Just absolutely yummy. And then this is the other side of the 1940s typewriter paper. And then this is another authentic picture that came out of a frame from many, many years ago. And I just glued it to that postcard paper, the album. And I just left this blank just so you could kind of see how beautiful it is. And the whole page, this album is humongous. So the pages are very large, and it has this beautiful design all over it. And when I get real close up with my camera, I take pictures of different parts of this, and I make paper from it. And on the bottom part of this page, you have to look real close, but there's even, these are all flowers, but at the bottom, these tiny little butterflies you'll see in there. And it's just, I'm just amazed at the beauty of all that stuff. It's just gorgeous. This is the other side of the doily, and it's a beautiful lady in her gorgeous Victorian dress, and it's just gorgeous. Copy dyed paper. Here's the other side of my antique ledger paper. And again, here's another playing card that I just backed. And here's some more ephemera from, now this is September number 1891. I forgot what magazine this was, but then I just put a little stamp on it. And I backed it with some paper. And this is a big tall tag that I made, and just used some lace for the topper and some sweet little brown buttons. This is an advertisement that I just cut out and backed it. Made a little pocket right here out of another piece of advertisement and just stuck that in there. Turns out so cute. And then, of course, I turned up the bottom of the ledger, and I covered it in this gorgeous little, I don't know what those little things are. They're short. They're only about this long and about this wide. I don't know what they were used for, if they were vanity scarves that you put little somethings on. I really do not know what they were used for. And then I just added a little bit of trim on there. All right, and here's some pink dusty pixie dust files, and I just, the paper is just so gorgeous. I just like to use it, so I just put it in here. And look at this. Look at this sweet, sweet lace. All of this is vintage. I'm not going to say antique for these because, pardon me, I really do not know how old some of this stuff is because I get it from Simply Everywhere. And this little piece of trim right here, I don't know if you can see it, but it's teeny tiny and precious. It's just gorgeous. And I just love it. And I think some things just need to be looked at. And this little page has some wonderful lace pockets. This lace I got from Lisa. I know that. Lisa's on Crafty Corner. She sells stuff on her Facebook page on Crafty Corner. And I just have some little tags here. This is a little printable that I've had for a while. I just stuck in there. This is from Stamperia. And this is also, well, this is a little mixture here. I did some book page back here. And then I put the Stamperia tag here and made a pocket, and then made another little tag to go in here. And I topped it with some of the fabric from the journal. And of course, I put the fabric from the journal right here. So it's so sweet. I just love this. I hope my friend who has said she wanted this enjoys this as much as I enjoy it. Again, some more copy dyed paper. And here, this is a page from my Delineator magazine. And it's dated 1914. And it's just full of beautiful stuff. And it's a fold out. And looky here. Looky at those gorgeous outfits. The gorgeous colors. And the title says, The Little Things That Girls Love. And so, of course, it's beautiful clothes and purses. And there's a toiletry bag and stuff. Just all kinds of yummy stuff. And I put a piece of sweet, sweet lace on the edge of that. Then there's the other side of that paper. Here's the other side of that sweet little hanky that's just so delicately embroidered, just unbelievable. This is another tag that I made when I was doing Cindy's challenge, and I just thought she was so cute. I just stuck her in here. And this is one of those stereo, what are they called? What are those things called? You know, you put them in the little viewer thing. Stereo top? I don't know. Anyway, you put them in the viewer, and it's 3D, and then all of these little images just pop out. So that's what that is. Alrighty. And here's the back page. Gorgeous Stamperia paper. Just love it, love it, love it. This is the back pocket here. And again, my ephemera is nothing more than images from a magazine. And here's a little advertisement that I put at the bottom. And this is a piece of a lace collar bodice thing that I got not too long ago. And I just did a little eyelet here, put a little piece of lace there, and put the date of the magazine. This is December 1923. And it's just a sweet little card right here. And then again, I put some more of that paper from the People's Ledger Journal. And this is a little special edition. This is a little dresser doily. And I added two little snippets of lace here and a little bow and some of my coffee dye paper. Oop, had a little glue there. And it's just a few pages. And in the middle is just a little paper doily. And just some more of my coffee dye paper. And there's the back. And that's just a little addition to this journal. Oh my gosh, isn't she sweet? Thank you guys for hanging in there. It was kind of long, wasn't it? I'm so sorry, but it's just gorgeous, and I just wanted to share it. So please let me know what you think about her. And like I say, I do believe that she has been sold, but I do appreciate you stopping in. Please, if you don't mind, please do like and subscribe to my channel. And that gets me more viewers. And I don't know what I'm going to do with all of y'all, but it's just fun seeing it for sure, because I don't care about any monetary gain from YouTube or anything like that. I do just like to know that people are have some like interest that I do. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.